Welcome back. It's time for Eugen's Fate episode, So Long As We Draw Breath. It's episode 8. You must play as Eugen for this quest. I imagine so. And once again, we'll take out Gran Cagliostro.
Are we going on a field trip?
We're going on a field trip. Let's go on the field trip. How do I play as him again? Oh.
We took our first steps into the forest. There's something about the woods after it rains. The air's so pure and refreshes the spirit. I had a good feeling we'd find that garden in no time.
I know that feeling. Been in many a woods after it rains.
My optimism didn't last long. We spent hours searching every single likely spot, and a lot of unlikely ones too.
Did you try up in the canopy?
Yet the garden eluded us. If it was here, it was tucked away somewhere really obscure. While we searched for those flowers, I made sure to keep tabs on Karzeda as well. The sun might have come out, but his expression was still clouded. He looked like he was on the verge of breaking down. I figured I should say something to try and shore up his spirits.
Yeah, give him a moment's rest as well.
I told him that no matter how harsh things are now, or how bad some days will be, there's always meaning in getting up each day, even if it takes some time to find it. Sometimes a search will take you back the way you came. Sometimes it's a detour, but even that has meaning, because the answer could lie off the beaten path. The important thing is to take things 1 minute, 1 hour, 1 day at a time. Even regret, though it seems as tall and foreboding as a mountain, might become a gentle hill you could walk over, given enough time. I know what it sounds like, but I wasn't just telling him this to make myself feel better. It's just, sometimes, you have to run when the going gets tough, and that's fine. Just as a ship needs a port in a storm, a soul needs a safe harbor. Turning your back on your problems isn't the solution. No one knows that better than me. But we're allowed to make mistakes. That's part of the journey, and what it means to be alive.
Indeed. It's how you grow, it's how you learn.
At some point, we have to settle up with the demons inside of us, and learn to live with them.
Indeed.
I've been skyfaring long enough to trust my gut, and it says we'll find that garden.
Thank you. If only I knew what she was growing.
We'll know once we find it. Just stay close to us, okay?
So we're just searching for the garden right now. There's a red thingy here.
This wood is aromatic. It should ward off the beasts. Maybe it was put here to protect the flowers. There might be more nearby.
Well, we'll keep searching.
This is the place. I know it. But it's...
This is the garden. That's it. Okay.
Damn it. The monsters are really going to town. First things first. We fight. Get back, Karzeda.
Like I said, I don't remember how to play as him. So it's like shooty, 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 bang, bang. Boop.
They don't stop coming. Guess I'm taking you all down in one fell swoop. How about no? Don't get Here we go again. Don't get cocky. There's my backup.
Understood.
Yeah, we seriously kicked some ass.
Is there any other way?
She's a sled, everyone.
Here's a little payback. Don't think you can trample someone's precious memories and get away with it.
Oh, hello.
One fell.
Take that! Got a beat on her.
Trying to get those headshots. You know, maximize damage.
We handled the monsters, but the garden...
You all right, Karzeda? Come on, pull yourself together.
The regrow? The seeds are still good, right?
People weren't the only ones who lost their homes to the storm. Monsters that were driven from their former territories flocked to the woods surrounding Folka. We finally found the garden, but the monsters had trampled a good chunk of the flowers, leaving behind only a few pathetically wilted survivors. Garzeda stared at the carnage, dumbstruck. I couldn't blame him. It's not like the monsters had done it on purpose, but they might as well have stampeded over his broken heart. I'm no gardening expert, but even in their sorry state, I could tell that the flowers had been well cared for. Fertilizer, spades, watering cans, and other tools were laid out. Inside one of the equipment boxes, we found a notebook with detailed records of all the flowers she had planted. The notebook had instructions on how much fertilizer was needed to help the flowers take root in the mineral-loaded soil, the best time for planting, the names of the flowers, and what they symbolize.
This is more what he needs, if anything. Because he has a project, he has something he can do. Take up the mantle of the garden.
I passed the notebook to Garzeda, who began reading it as if the secret to life was written in its pages. Maybe for him it was.
Indeed.
The last page described another flower garden, separate from this one.
Oh!
With the notebook to guide us, we went in search of it. As we walked, I prayed for Garzeda's sake that the other garden was intact.
I mean, yeah. At this point, if there's a secret one, like, come on. Come on. Be intact. That's what we want here. That's what we want at this point. Right. So, back to Eugen's Fate episodes. 2 to go. The Promise. Oh. We found it, I guess.
We came to a quiet clearing in the forest, devoid of any beasts. The only other presence besides us was a crisp breeze. Shafts of sunlight peeked through the trees that shaded the garden. I felt my breath catch in my throat as I took in the sight. Purple anemones bloomed, filling the entire clearing. Just looking at them, I could feel the tension drain from my body.
That's it. These are the flowers she talked about.
Garzeda opened the notebook. Flipping through its pages, he came to the section on anemones. Tears spilled down his cheeks as he read her notes.
I see. So that's what she was trying to tell me.
After a while, he pulled himself together and turned to me.
Thank you for everything.
I saw it through his tears and heard it trembling on his voice, a fledgling seed of hope.
If you hadn't come when you did, well, I never would have known what she wanted to tell me.
He smiled, a pure expression devoid of the previous darkness.
She dreamed of a tempule blooming with flowers, and I'll carry the torch. I'll make sure her dreams come true.
Glad to hear it. Just keep putting one foot in front of the other and you'll be fine. Garzeda placed a hand over his heart and closed his eyes, as though speaking to his beloved. Or maybe he was burning the sight of this garden in his mind's eye. Our time together came to an end, but I felt as if the storm clouds were truly gone, and in its place was a clear blue sky.
With a lovely garden below it.
Maybe part of the reason I was drawn to Garzeda is that I could sense that we shared something important. We both had regrets weighing us down. We made our share of mistakes. Still, there's no turning back time. All we can do is keep marching forward. Now that I think about it, just as I was there for Garzeda, there were a lot of people propping me up on my journey. I owe all those people my thanks. It's because of them that I stand here today.
Indeed you do. It's that support that makes you get through such things. So anyway, epilogue. Gemstone blooms.
Dear Eugen, I can't thank you enough for everything you've done.
Oh, that's how you say it. I kept forgetting Eugen.
Every now and then I hear news about you and your crew. I'm glad to hear you're doing well. I was finally able to get licensed as a full-fledged jeweler in Folka. I started creating pieces based on those purple anemones we saw. People love them. I can't make them fast enough to keep up with the demand. The proceeds from the sales go to organizations working to restore Tempeal to its former glory. Once we can go back home, I plan to create a large garden, just as she would have wanted. The promise we made as kids can't be fulfilled, but I plan to keep the promise I made to myself. I'll do it to bring her dream to life. P.S. I never did tell you what those purple anemones symbolize. According to her notebook, they mean, I believe in you. I'll wait for you.
Aww.
The next time you're in Folka, look me up. Until then, please take this pressed flower as a token of my gratitude.
Oh, cheers, Alphen. Whatever your name was. Diary of a Horticulturist. That was nice. That was nice. Again, I very much that idea of, like, Eugen realizing the support around him is very, very important. Very important. So, that's us done for this part. In the next part, quite a few to get here with Rosetta from episode 4 all the way to the epilogue. We didn't get much with her, did we? We learned quite a bit in these ones, but we've still got a lot to learn, I imagine. And we'll find out in the next part. Ta-da for now.